written Statimc Elders. We're going to hand it over to Ann Jim Smith. Yeah. He knows what is going to go on from that part of our country, our Statimc country. The language, listen, everybody. Everybody from outside come in and listen to this ceremony.
We have named Clarke Smith, his great-grandfather, a long time ago. Just don't know what I was doing. I wanted to name him. I couldn't do anything. I don't know. Then my sister Anne has decided we should name him to her. Name him, he's already got the name. Hereditary Chief Clarke Smith is going to take over. Clarke Smith got the name of Kakla a long time ago. That his great-grandfather, he was a chief in Statimc. The first chief in Statimc was in Samuel. And his son-in-law was Kakla. So he took over of being a chief. As far as I know, then we're going to let people know that he's carrying that name already, but nobody hardly knows. There was Kakla. That guy was a preacher. He used to follow all the priests whenever they go on travels to meet the other natives. He used to be a preacher. You're going to carry on. I wish Clarke would carry on about our religion. Our religion, yeah, not just an Indian way. We learn how to pray in English. You have to carry on, Clarke. You're going to step into your grandfather's, great-grandfather's shoes. He was instructing people all over the place by Chinook word. I don't know what else to say.
My name is Shirley Wallace, and Clarke's my brother. I'm the granddaughter of one of the signers, and my brother Harold Peters has the name. My mother wanted to do this for Clarke in recognition for the work he's done for his people. He's come a long way, and he's done a lot of work for his people without putting his hand out for rewards. And my mother recognized it, and she's seen what he was going through. There wasn't a person that he wouldn't help, whether it was Indian or white or anybody. He got called down quite a bit because he was a chief for quite a while. But he never retaliated. He never took revenge on anyone. He just took it because that's his title. That's how he was raised. That's what he was taught. So he lived it. He lived his title, he lived his position. And my mother recognizes this, and she wanted everyone to know that Clarke Smith respects his people. He does anything for them. Even if he got like backstabbed by his own people, he was there. He stood up, and especially for the elders, he never let the elders down. He was always there for them. He made sure they were comfortable. He made sure they got to where they were going. So this is what my mother wanted to do tonight. Thank you.
And I have to tell you everything, I guess, because James Stager, we have a grandson over here. He was the one that he was knighted by the Queen, and he was the purpose of that guy, James Stager, to name all the chiefs down the valley, down below a little valley. That's how he chose all the names. Every one of them, even Chief Paul and all that, right down to Port Douglas. And Alan is here. I think we would like to keep extending this. All the people that signed the big declaration and his descendants. Chief James Stager was one of them people that wrote, made a cross or something. Whatever they do, we have those papers, the declaration of our 1910. So I thought maybe, without asking anybody, what you thought about Alan Stager here to stand in his great grandfather.
If Alan Stager goes back to the Dutch Scottish Church, Clarke Smith. Gakla, everybody say Gakla. Hey, nifty we Scottish, was gotten.
Pelo? La petit?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Alan Stager, Hereditary Chief of Mount Curry, the chief. Everybody say the chief. Hey, Laura?
Sweetie, stay out of Auntie's way. Baby, Auntie's taking pictures. Stay out of her way.
I'm Laura Purcell. I'm Clarke's older sister. I looked after him when I was me this high. So I don't know if it's good or bad. Well, I'm really proud to be here to witness this naming, and I'm proud to see a whole slew. Took my. Well, we have a lot of fun around here. Anyway, I can speak the Statimc too. But the last Statimc sweat. I was going to school, so I couldn't get to any gatherings, and I this time had a chance to come over, and I was able to see my mom here too. I haven't seen her for a while. I like to present a picture to my brother on behalf of my mom, our mom, I mean. She had that picture, and I enlarged it, and I was wondering if somebody could open it. There's a picture. Well, he'll see it. It's not the one that he's named after. This Baptist Smith, our grandfather from Rockford. I don't have the picture of the one he's named after. This is the only one I have. And I'd like Shirley to read this card for him, please. A message that I wrote on this card. I think. No, not that.
This is what Laura wrote for her brother. Wherever you may find sorrow, let peace. Lift your heart. Wherever you may find sorrow, let peace lift your heart. Wherever you may falter, let your wisdom lead the way. When generosity doesn't pay, it compensates your debt in heaven. When time gets tough and the road is rough,
Excuse me. Jeez. Got a camera there.
let the wind pick up your feet. When your heart is sore and full of grievance, let your spirit sing your song, fixes Laura. And the smaller prayer is the Indian prayer for peace. O Great Spirit, who dwells in the sky, lead us to the path of peace and understanding. Let all of us live together as brothers and sisters. Our lives are so short here, walking upon Mother Earth's surface. Let our eyes be open to all the blessings you have given us. Please hear our prayers, O Great Spirit.
Grand Chief from Pavilion?
The Grand Chief from Pavilion.
My glasses there. What's your name, Tim?
Well, you read it and look at the witness.
I put this card is got a chief on her. It says, what the Warama? It's not a matter of years that a man has been around or the trail in life he chose to take, but it's the things he does for everyone that makes the man so great. Amas at Funtina. Amas Glosham. Lamatinskang. Amas Zam. Have a good rest or a good holiday or something. Love from your Purcell family, Laura's family, and your loving mother, Annie, Jim, and his sister, Laura, and from your brothers and sisters, folks of God.
Thank you. Hey, buddy. What's your name? I go speak for it. Why should you have a cake? Oops, some go. Haven't slept my dad. That's for doing. Wat is al uit mijn spreketje? Hoe is dat vertellen? I'm going to swap with. Shoot with. Dan kan ik moeder voor het basketbal niet mee voor. Door lap goed zeggen, stel je zijt schatten. En daar kan wat ze maakt. Emma, ook al mee voor. Spreketje is er. In de ijskool, stap streeters. Alex. Dan wat je op en dan wat je uitsteken. Wat hij voor de voet aan de Clarke streeters. Kou. De twee van. Hoekstof.
I'll explain what's going to go on. Normally, where I live, I'm usually looking after these kind of things, so I was a little bit kind of feel awkward because I'm the one getting lifted. In the time when Chief James Stanger, when he was knighted by the Queen, he came down and he knighted Kaka to stand up as a chief. So now, because Chief Alan Stanger is named after his grandfather, so now he's going to do the same thing to me right now, and then we're not finished. Going to dip the eagle feather in the holy water, because that represents what it is we're doing today. We're lifting our hearts and our spirits to the goodness, to the sky where the Creator comes from. And the proper way to do it. I kneel down on the ground, and then he will carry out and lift me up to stand me up as a hereditary chief.
Give me a hand, fellas.
Gladly, on behalf of my grandfather, Chief James Stanger, and my community, Mount Curry, Nitwet, I now Sharon Clarke, Sharon Knishko, Hereditary Chief. Catch that. See that.
He is no hereditary chief as his ancestors were. So give him a hand. Robert Shannon.
I can't remember the better chairs.
Who's my fat Chuck Scratchich? Any Jim? Scratch and Deli.
Well, it's down at Harold Peters. Can you come up here, please? He's my brother, Henry Peters, was named after our dad. And we passed on to Harold. He was a junior from my brother, Harold Henry Peters. We're gonna let you know that he's got my dad's Indian name, Kashusha. He's standing up now today in his grandfather's shoes. Yeah, it's Kashusha. He's a hereditary chief. He's not a chief, but he's taken everything. He's got names, Indian names. He doesn't have to be a chief. He was we call him a hereditary chief also.
Everybody say Kashusha. Yeah, give him a hand now.
In 1910 or 1911, on this paper, his name, Kashusha, is written on that name that signed this declaration. Today, this is Kashusha. His name is written on this declaration. And he's the hereditary chief of Shamakam. Today, he's the father of Shamakam, and we recognize him as such. In 1913, 14, and 1915, I remember. There was a commissioner came to our area, and he asked a whole bunch of questions to our chiefs. And Clarke, at that time, he was the chief of Tanas Lake, and they called him the Admiral, and they tried to call it the Admiral Band. But the commissioner asked Clarke, you said you want to join Shamakam. He said, yes, we want the Shamakam to be our chief. Today, Kashusha is our hereditary chief from Shamakam. Now Shamakam is rich because there's two of us. Hereditary chief, I'm from Tanas Lake. And I want to thank my brother.
Grand Chief, hereditary chiefs, respected elders, and kind people. Thank you for having us here. I congratulate my brother on this day. Thank you very much. Excuse me. I have a little gift here for Clarke. It's from Ann Peters and family. Just a memento for this day. Congratulations.
I hope that's not what I'm going to be doing. It's a very beautiful buckle. It's a lone wolf, and he's howling for a mate. They never stop. I'm going to pass it around, so make sure it comes back. This is Jessica. She's Harold Peters' his daughter, and Sharon. You stand, Sharon, peeping through there. Thank you very much. It's nice to see a young person standing up to do this, to be our future grandmother. Before I proceed with the witnesses, we have another person here who's taken on one of the names of our mother, Kakika. We tried to tell her it sounded like Kakika. She says, no, Kakika. This is my sister Rose. She served the people for a long time also. And well, I'll let Mom knows everything, so I'll let her talk about it.
My mother had given me that name. It was her auntie's name. I forgot her shaman name. name, but her name is Clarke. So she was feeling bad, but she didn't have a name, so I gave up my name. Because now you can call me just Ma.
Give him a hand, folks.
Come on, Jim.
Thank you. A lot of Statimc people know me, the chiefs anyway. I served as chief for 4 years, but I've worked for the people for 25 years. And I guess I could say I'm glad I'm no longer on council, but I'm still serving the people. I'd like to thank my brother for recognizing me.
Okay, Jimmy, we're going to do the witness. We have one of our in-laws is from Kootenays. I'm going to ask him to give us some assistance to hear for us ultimately. He doesn't understand.
Belong to the chiefs, you're in the chiefs.
So,
Thank you for our beds.
we're going to call the first witness. We want to thank the elders thought in the first place we were going to do this next week in Shamapan, but they had some concerns with Jimmy because he can't travel as far anymore. There's no women down there, that's why. And okay, our first witness, we want to thank the Chief Alan Stager from Mount Curry. Please accept this gift for being a witness and for assisting us in what we've done today. Cook to them. If you think I rated some of these stamps, I didn't. Before we carry on with witnesses, did somebody get the cake yet? I'd like to call on Chief Roger Adolph. Kumigush. Whoosh whoosh. while you're here, we'd like to accept this gift from our family as a witness and as the host, chief of the Statimc days, and the words they want you to say.
Looks to much to a cookie. Left twice. Dacht like a cat. Swap and scratch was nimmer. Spatling cut. Shusha. Dacht like a cat. Nimmer schuchelmir. Swat in hem ijs. Laan ijs van stumma. Toch. Squatchet swap. Nächste wenn Jun Tamus. Sagst du jetzt auf? Nein, ich war gemäßig. Nein, auch geschlafen. Es ist doch Squatchet swap. Jetzt nehmen wir uns auch nach die Uche mit. Tochter Katte. Dit is soms kastelen, die schwak kastelen. Zijten lappen, touwen, schoentjes, ei. Kookste muskelen, kookste muskelen.
Come to sing here. They wanted to sing solo, you know. Solo, you can't hear me. While we're waiting for the cake, I'd like to call on Chief Alan Smith. From Shemauch. We'd like to thank you very much. This is a gift from us to thank you for this witness. I want you to say a few words.
I am honored to witness this. I've always wondered how they went about making grand chiefs. I witnessed Harold as the head when he was made hereditary chief. And they combined this again, and that it's a great honor to be a witness to this part. And I was confused before. I had to talk to Clarke all day and straighten me out. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Any cooks here? Not last name cook, but cookers, cooks. We'll proceed anyways. Very good. Give me the potato food. On behalf of our family and as the host of this evening, we present you with this 12 jars of canning. Some of it I canned myself, some of it my mom canned, so much gold, you know. And over here we have 2 carrot cakes, healthy for you. So we'd like your community to accept this for honoring what we're doing this evening. Thank you very much.
I just want to say it's a great honor that you do this up at Clarke. And it's also a great honor for me that that this is presented to the cooks, because at Clarke here we are very proud about our cooks. We like to think that and believe, and we do believe that our cooks are the best. And I will be giving this to them, because they're always working in the background. You never see them, but they're spending hours at gatherings like this, and at funerals, and it's all volunteer time that they do it. And I'll be very honored to pass this over to them as an honor from you people down below. Coach the Muskala.
Elder mothers were saying you could serve them out this evening. I just think that look at these people are getting hungry already. Chief Daisy Peters from Quaidu. I hope you guys, the witnesses don't be jealous. Some of them fish are a little bit bigger than the other ones. It tastes the same. I'd like you to accept this gift. Thank you very much for the honor of witnessing our doings.
Thank you very much. Kakala. It's been an honor for me to watch this year also, and I hope that we can continue practicing this in the future.
By the way, something I forgot. You must come and shake these elder mothers on your way out. All our elder mothers are here, except for Alan and Jimmy.
You did already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chief Perry Redan. How are you? Chief Harry O'Donoghue in Clarke. Chief Darrell Peters from Douglas Band. Chief Patrick Williams from Skookumchuck. Chief Gary John. Seaton. Salam. Seaton. That's why I couldn't see you hiding behind the camera. Thank you. I'd like to offer you this gift. Thank you for the honor of witnessing our doings tonight.
Well, thank you for the honor of asking me to be witness on behalf of the Statimc Band. And congratulations, Kakala, and the family, and thank you for bringing this important part of our culture to this gathering. It's very profound, and I think it's important at times like 1996 we were able to record these things for future generations. Thank you.
Chief Solitary. Or is there any counselor from Big River? Well, we're going to eat good tonight. Grand Chief Jimmy Scotchman. Hello with me. Please accept this gift for being here in our honor, our doings.
Kakatne kan stakmish kasa. Hey, kakatne kanak kasa. Stakmish kasa. Others ksak nanda. Tak skalak spachatsa. Naskas can go match the gas. Hey, I want you people to carry on. The younger people, the people of today, you've witnessed what takes place. We want you to carry on this ceremony, lifting up names, carry it on. Because after we're gone, what are you going to do? You've got to learn this sort of a ceremony, lifting names up. Remember your grandfathers, your parents, so you can pass it on to your children. Don't forget that. Put it in your mind. It is great to witness this here in Hereditary Chief here, Clarke Smith, Cadillac. Paul Stanley is, you know him, for a long time you've known him. He belonged to the could be Rhythm Chiefs. He played for our dances in Lulwood. Yeah, his manager at that time was George Manuel, the Grand Chief George Manuel. And he's been very good. He's a star too from Hollywood. So give him a hand, give him a hand.
Yeah, when I first came out here in 1963, we came through a pavilion from Chase because we played most reserves all around. We came in from Cranbrook and we had a Country Rhythm Chiefs. It was a rock band. And on the way here, well, George says, you know, you got to meet Chief here. His name's Jim Scotchman. We met him and he had a complaint that day. He says, gee, listen, we used to have gas lamps here in the house, be nice and bright. Now we got electricity, it's 150 watt bulbs and you can't hardly see who you're dancing with. Thank you. Talk to you later.
No. I'd like to make a presentation to the two Grand Chiefs that are here. If you will please come up. Grand Chief Desi Peters and Grand Chief Jimmy Scotchman. This is one picture that was cut in two. You see the blanket? They fit in this picture together. So now, I think the Grand Chief from Squilo likes butterflies, so I'd like to present this picture to you. And thank you very much for the honor of being involved here. And Grand Chief Jimmy Scotchman, I'd like you to accept this one. It's the other half of the picture. So whatever he's thinking, you'll hear it, and whatever you're thinking, he's going to hear it. I think it's very important that we recognize our Grand Chiefs, and they deserve their, you know, you don't always see them, but we know that they're there, and they've done a lot for us. And I just want Today, I'd like to honor our elder mother from Shamakam, for she's the one that pulled this together. I'd like her to receive this blanket for honoring our people today. It has roses on both sides, so I want to thank you very much. Well, I was looking for a picture of the Last Supper that was different. It took me about 10 years, and it was right next block. Whoa, breaking it. I also have a lot of special thoughts for my mother. She's always been there guiding us all the time, and she has a lot of strength with the church, and she prays for us all the time. So I would like to, Alan, you're not supposed to leave yet. On behalf of all of the people, now that I'm a hereditary chief, I can say this. On behalf of the Statimc people, Mother, I'd like you to accept this gift for all the love you have shown us and all the love you have given us. I hope you don't mind. It's coming from you as well as from me and our family. It's very important that we honor our elder mothers. They have a lot of wisdom. We get very mean once in a while because we did something wrong. Thank you very much. Now that I've always wondered where I was going. I've done a lot of work for a lot of different people, regardless whether they're native people. We're all come from the same Creator. We're all put here on this earth. We have only one place and one direction that we're all going. We're going back to meet our Creator. That's where we're going. That's our road. I thought that I could find the answers in a bottle. Next morning it was just a big headache and the problems were still there. I see a lot of our young people into drugs. They're into drugs maybe because they don't see and understand where love is coming from. There's a lot of anger. A lot of our people, a lot of the people in the world are prisoners of pain and confusion. And there's only one place where that answer is going to come from. It's going to come from inside ourselves. All the money in the world that we can get from the government is not going to solve our problems. We're going to solve our problems ourselves, together. As the Statimc people, there's no room for jealousy, there's no room for hate, there's no room for power struggles. There's only room for what's in our heart. There are 4 parts of the law that we have. The first part of our law is love, respect, understanding, and honesty. Those laws are not written anywhere. They are all written in our hearts. We just haven't opened our hearts to see them. We haven't opened our hearts to to practice where we come from. I have learned a lot of things from our hereditary chief Kashusha. I listened to his words. He told me one day, you look at those birds up there, every morning they're up and they're singing. They have faith in the Creator, that the Creator will provide them with the food that they need, provide them with the twigs they need to build a nest. And we have to think that same way. Everything. You take a look at this land here, it's very rich, but nobody is digging to find out what's under there, or to put a seed in there. We can survive on our own. There's a lot of things that we can do. The world is changing. It's going to get harder. It's going to get colder. You can feel it today. We're in May of the year already, and there's still snowing. We're running out of salmon. We're running out of elder mothers. The most precious people that we have in our communities are our elder mothers. If we had no elder mothers, we would not be here today. We have to look at them. We have to feel them. We have to listen to them. We have to hold them. And most of all, we got to come back to our prayers. Maybe you don't know how to say the Hail Mary. Well, there are words that you can speak to the Creator. He understands all languages. He understands all prayers. The healing starts from inside. But sometimes some of our brothers and sisters cannot stand up. They cannot say, help me, because they're really down. We have to understand, open our eyes. That understanding, love, that honesty always works when you practice it. We have to be open all of the time. We have to stop fighting the governments. We're wasting our time fighting the governments because they're never going to help us. They think that we have special privileges. The only people that are having special privileges in this country are the governments, because they've been taking our resources. They're the biggest welfare recipients in the world, because they're not paying anybody for those resources. We can't sell our lands. It's not our right to sell our lands. We can't sell our rights. That belongs to our children. But they came here and they damaged us. They traumatized us. They trespassed on us. That we can sue them for. That we can do something where they have to repay us one way or the other for having stolen our culture and stolen our ways of prayer. We never knew what cheating was until then. We can never be like them. Honesty. The truth, if you read in the Declaration, it states that we speak the truth. When you say that, that is the highest law in our society. We speak the truth. If you could look at each other face to face, you are speaking the truth. But if you're talking and you're looking everywhere, you're not telling the truth. That's something that we've learned from these elder mothers. And that's something we have to pass on to our younger children. So that's where I'm going to go. We've been started some sessions I found out something about, we always talk about healing and wellness. We always want to build a big building or a big place to do the healing and spend lots of money, which we don't have. I found out the healing starts in the home. Nobody wants to go out in public and say, I'm going to be healed. It starts in the home. It's their own business. Each one of us, we have a home. If we want to become well, we shall become well in our own house. That's where we have to start. And we need to stand up together, hold each other like that, hug each other, look at each other, support each other. That's where we gotta go. And what I'd like to do soon, I know there are more names in this declaration. There are 17 chiefs that signed that declaration. One day I'd like to see 17 hereditary chiefs standing together with their people. Not behind them, not in front of them, but beside them and within them. Let's work for that together. I know there's a Butch Bob, he's around somewhere. He's another one he's got a hereditary name from that declaration. There are more. That's our way. There is no Indian Act in there. It's our own traditional way of living, of life, of strength. And our strength comes from the ground. The wisdom that the elder mothers have can teach us what we can take out of this ground. That's where we need to go. And that's where I'm going to push. I know there's a lot of things that we talk about. We always say, well, it's good enough for a government grant. Canada is not the only government in the world that's prepared to put money on our feet. The Oriental people want to come and see this Statimc country to see what it is we have. They want to know what they can do to help us. They want to invest in our ground. They want to help us grow our salmon back again. So there are other governments in the world who are listening and know what's going on with us, that we're suffering. But we have to stand up ourselves. We got to make it known. God bless you all. Thank you, Kakila. And Kakla too. I earned this medicine pouch from some family for what I've done for them. Today I asked this man who carries the smudge and the eagle feather. He's honored us today, and especially me. He lifted my spirit up with his smudge, and today I offer this to him in peace. Next week,
Sister Brenda wanted to renew her vows. Was supposed to be built by my dad before he passed away. He didn't get to do it. Spending a lot of time with him in Shimapam and learning from him, my husband and I decided to finish his duty. So we built a shrine for my mother down in Shimapam, and Father Tom knows about it because we had a mass down there last year for my brother's memorial reunion, and he wanted to go back. He loves the area. He fell in love with the area when he traveled with my family. So he wants to celebrate his 27 years in priesthood down there with us. Sister Brenda wants to renew her vow. She hasn't heard any confirmation from the mother house yet, but she's going down there anyway. So we're celebrating Mass 12 o'clock Sunday down in Shimapam, and everybody is welcome. And on behalf of my mother, I'd like to thank the people around here for inviting us to your territory. And we in turn, on behalf of my mother and the Shimapam people, invite whoever wants to join us that weekend.
Name Kakla that I have, he is buried in the cemetery down at Tanas Lake. she wants to lift up that cemetery of all the people that we have put away in there. A lot of them, we don't see their names, but they're very old. This year, she wants us to redo and lift up that graveyard. And a lot of the people from, even from up here, a lot of the people from Lillooet and Chehalis and all over, they are descendants from those people that have been put away there. I would name them off, but I'll be here till tomorrow. So. Anyway, we will announce it. We will get the flyers out to you, and we will let you know. And you will all be welcome to help us, because it's very important to remember our ancestors, and that's an announcement that we want to give you again. Laura Purcell, beside Laura Purcell is Andorra Dan, another elder mother, or an elder, and Jerry Stanley, Mr. Stanley's good-looking wife. I introduced them and got them together. They always blame me now. And her granddaughter in her arms, our mom calls her Queen Elizabeth of Canada. Oh, this is...